That's the process.
It's the process.
Yeah.
It's the discipline. It's the wax on, wax off. It's the, I've been out here waxing all these cars, man. I ain't getting no results from it. Saying, I want to learn how to fight, Karate Kid. I done painted your whole fence, but I want to learn how to fight. I thought I came here to learn how to fight. You don't understand that many are called, but chosen are few, because few choose to follow through with what you would call. See, I'm gonna call you for one thing, and I'm gonna call you and make you do this thing, not knowing I'm gonna call you for something that you don't think it's a calling.
And that's the real call.
That's what happens. They got it twisted. Go cancel Hook. I'm gonna show you. Go cancel Hook. Well, we need money though. We need money for taxes.
Right.
You telling me the wrong thing, bro.
What you mean?
What you mean?
And not even a net.
We need wine. Okay, go take them holy water pots and fill them up with water. Wait, bro. Like you messing up, bro.
Even the detail in there too. I need y'all to go down there. Now you gotta pick the pots up.
And they were big pots. And so now I gotta be able to commit to the discipline that you're giving me. And I gotta trust. Oh, that's the word right there.
Yep.
Trust.
And you should know the truth. And it's truth is trust. All that's the same thing. You don't trust what I'm telling you? How you gonna call me to Christ but don't trust me? Right. As most people. But you gotta trust in what I'm telling you to do is beneficial for you in the long run. Discipline sometimes is not always understood, but I have to trust that in the long run, it is for my good.
Yeah.
Look at this breathing like this. You breathing on the mic? His nose right by the mic. What's up?
Yeah.
We in this thing, RedIn30.
Yeah.
Where we make you RedIn30, literally. I used to hate, bro. I'm so glad, bro. Like, I've been working out a little bit, bro. I'm glad I don't breathe like that.
When you breathe like that's when you know you're like,
I ain't know. It wasn't terribly bad like that, but it's like, I would only find out like when I'm trying to do a video and I'm videoing something and then I hear myself. And so now I can't use the video because I'm breathing like I got congestion. You listen to that back, you can't never hear you breathing hard live, man. But then when you listen back to it, be like, boy, I'm breathing like I'm breathing like I ain't got no neck, boy.
Hey, for somebody gonna see this, they gonna be like, you know what? I need to get in the
gym. I need to get in the gym, man. I need to get in the gym, bro. Shout out to the gym, man. Yeah. Hey, but RedIn30, where we make you RedIn30, literally. And we back. EJ, you here? Masked out, boy. You like you about some savagery, bro.
You know what it is, man. You know.
Do it again, bro.
You know what it is, man.
You know you ready for some savagery.
That's
I thought you were about to say, I never knew.
I never knew. That's straight savage.
Savage. Pastor, you good, bro?
Already.
Already. We here, man. This is RedIn30, man. RedIn30.com, all that good stuff, man. And we back at it again, man. Last episode was fire, bro.
30. Yeah.
You know, just talking about master 30. We need to make a sound, but I don't make a sound by say 30.
30.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
But we out here, man. We got about 30 minutes to get this over to you. So, you know, last episode, man, we was really
unmasked right
quick.
Kind
of getting unmasked right quick, man.
Yeah.
See, that's what really need to happen. See, let me talk about that right quick. See, we need to unmask. See
the layers, man.
See, let me look into the camera. See what has happened
The
is
layers.
These people have put a mask on us. Come on, keep the sound of it. Let's go. These people have put a mask on us. Take the mask off.
Take it off.
I couldn't say the next rhyme I thought about because it's gonna be bad. So I just left it alone. I'm about to get turned. But the mask off, man. Like, take the mask off. They got us masked with all these different ideas and identities that they have.
Right.
Take it off.
Right.
And now I'm looking at you and I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know that you my, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they got the mask on, man. You looking real unfamiliar today.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but the last episode, man, just kind of mastering Jesus. I guess the phrase is Jesus is an art.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jesus as an art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And actually looking at him as an art to master. Mm-hmm. Looking at him and his lifestyle as the example of the type of life to master.
Yeah.
It's an art, so it's like martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, all martial arts have a master.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you don't get to become a master just because you decided you want to be a master.
I'm about to say, and what's the key thread in martial arts?
Uh-huh.
That was a question.
The key thread in martial arts?
Yeah.
Discipline? I don't know.
Discipline. No, that's it.
I was like,
You was like, I was like,
commitment? I don't know.
No,
discipline. Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline. And I think what we left off with last episode was talking about reps.
yeah.
Right.
Like you can't get past the reps.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reps are what, wax on, wax on, wax off. The pain, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty of it is this. I think that we were talking a couple episodes about remembering.
Okay.
And how even it felt like sometimes Jesus said things to remind himself of who he was. And I can prove that too, because even when he said, Lord, if you can't let this cup pass.
Right.
Nevertheless, that's a memory right quick.
Yeah.
And you remember, when you remember that you make yourself a member again. Like you were already a part of the club. You're already inside. But you have to remind yourself.
Yeah.
And I got something I want to do. I'm gonna do a blog. It's called Remind Yourself. Like you got to remind, like you got to mind again.
Yeah.
But to remember, and to remind yourself of who you are. And I think that's the gist. I think the reps or the continual discipline of it allows you. I think the scripture was, "Thou shalt remember the Lord your God." Don't remember the scripture. I don't remember the steps so much, but you remember the identity.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yep.
And so not only do I need to remember, but I need to be thinking identity as I do the reps.
Major key.
Key.
Yeah.
Thinking identity while I do the reps, because what happens is, the best way I can describe it is, so you got the conscious and the subconscious. Conscious is, top is like snap your finger, boom, like this. All this stuff is like what you think.
Yeah.
You think you're in control of life with your consciousness, like with your conscience, right? But it's really your sub that really produces everything that manifests from you.
Right.
It's almost like when we talk about working out, right? It's almost like working out, eating right, whatever it is. You can't really do that until you change your beliefs or your sub about it.
Right.
Because your sub is only going, you can go work out whatever, but if your sub is still contaminated, you're going to go back to that same thing. I think all addictions are made like that. And it's the same thing because it's what's on the inside of you, deep down on the inside of you.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you're giving reps and they require you, the martial arts, they require you to be disciplined. Wax on, wax off. They require discipline because, what's the root word of discipline? What's what comes from that? Disciple. He's got something he's working on.
Right.
I'm trying to disciple you and discipline you.
Yep.
And Jesus would say some cool stuff, bro. It didn't seem cool when we read it because it always seems like rituals and rules. But remember, he say stuff like "continue in my word." You know what I'm saying? Or he said like "keep my commandments." He's saying if you continue in them, then the discipline and the reps will unfold the reality of who you are.
Yeah.
I think personally, we don't hear no stories about what went on between 13 and 30.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think between 13 and 30 was the ultimate discipline. I know for we're all 30 plus, right? I know from and now when I go back and look at it, from my 13 to my 30, there was ultimate discipline going on. A majority of my discipline in my life was in that age range.
Yeah.
Think about it for a minute. It framed us.
Right.
Maybe even a little bit before, but I knew, I started
For sure.
I started singing when I was 13.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't drop a record until I was 24, 25. Or 24, 25, something like that, right? But all through that time was a lot of disciplining going on. And I'm just using that one line. Now, we're not talking about other things in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to discipline myself with just relationships with girls, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned so much stuff.
How you have to discipline yourself?
Well, I had to discipline myself to not be a, what's the word they use? We use less like a simp.
Yeah, simp.
I had to discipline myself because I started off on some simp.
I was say you was a simp back in the day, huh?
I was.
You was a simp back
I
in the day.
was.
Like
But
one
see,
time to
see,
simp anyway, so.
no, but see, one time you can't. If you simp twice, you a simp for life.
Right.
But see,
Put that on a t-shirt.
but see, put it on a t-shirt. Simp twice, simp for life. But see, First John. Let me preach to y'all for a minute. 1 John 1:9 says, if you confess your sins, he is faithful and just to forgive you of your sin, of said sin, and cleanse you from your simpness.
Been white clean.
You confess your simp. That's a 1 John 1:9.
Yeah,
confess your simps.
Yeah.
That's a good one, bro.
Yeah.
But I would admit it. When I was, in my latter teen years, my early 20s,
Say it.
I was on some simp-ish. I didn't know it was simp. I thought it was the way it went.
I know, but say you was a simp, bro. Say you was a simp.
No, I wasn't a simp. See, I was never a simp. No, see that. See, let me preach to you again, right quick. Hold on, let me get the business clip. I was never a simp. I had simp tendencies. I had I had simp actions. But I didn't know who I really was. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I feel you.
Jesus is an art, man.
I feel you.
Jesus wasn't no simp. I told him last episode, couple episodes, God wasn't no simp, man. Right? Abraham was a simp. Isaac was a simp. Solomon was a simp. David was a simp. He was a simp because your daddy was a simp. Yeah. Right? Like all that. Samson was a simp.
Yeah.
God ain't no simp. Jesus wasn't neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I wonder if it's gonna trickle down. Oh, bro.
Me neither. But I was. What happens is this: mask on. I need the mask now. I was wearing the mask because that's what they said we were supposed to do. They said that was romantic. They said that was lover boy. They said that was all that. So now you're
Certified.
doing certified CLB. Shout out to okay. So we doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I got some results out of that.
Yeah.
I got some results out of that. I got some numbers and some different things, but when it came down to relationships and like kind of like dating for real, I just was on, and then I just was on that, bro. And I was on that tip, man. And I didn't know it though. I didn't know it at the time.
I tip a simp.
And then, you go through, you get out of that. What you say? What he said? Nah, what he said? Hold on. Shoot that right quick. Hold on. But then you grow out of it, right? Well, you don't grow out of it. Sometimes you have to fall out of it. Sometimes you got to get hurt out of it.
Yeah.
That
right
to get you out of
That's
simp.
real.
And but see what happened to me was I went from simp to savage.
I need some more gunshots right there.
Hey. It did that, and it's like it blew up. This RedIn30 relationships right here, RedIn30 relationship.
Right.
We said we're gonna start doing that. But anyway, I guess it'd be a relationship when we mark this one. But so it ended up being that I went from simp to savage. So now I didn't care.
Yeah.
And you know what I found out?
That's how it goes.
You know what I found out? You almost get some of the same results. It's almost the same thing you was trying to get, trying to be a lover boy. You get more as a savage.
Yep.
Word.
I'm not saying get more because I know it sounds bad, like getting something. No, that ain't what it was. That ain't what it was. Let me clarify. That ain't what it was. That ain't what I was doing.
Yeah, he wasn't getting more.
Nah, I wasn't getting more.
Wasn't getting more.
I was getting more. I was getting more numbers. I was getting more conversation. I was getting more interaction. You know what I'm saying? More dates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There were more possibilities on the line. You know what I'm saying? Teams were growing. Starting fives and subs. You know what I'm saying? And, you had the G League and you had the, so we ain't gonna get into all that, but at the end of the day,
Big baller brand.
it's a big baller brand. Big baller brand.
No,
but it's stuff at that time that you learn and you can't bypass, once again, the reps.
Yep.
Sometimes there's relationship reps. Sometimes I gotta go through those relationships. And the bad ones or those bad situations. And maybe not bad ones, but good ones. Sometimes I just need to go through the situation.
Right.
Sometimes I need to mess it up.
Yep.
Sometimes I need to be messed over. Sometimes whatever it is, but when I see that all things work together, go.
No, I'm saying you need to be messed over sometimes.
Well, sometimes it needed to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was for a cause.
Yeah.
It was the in the fertilizer.
Yeah.
That made
100%.
me grow, right? It was that type of thing. And sometimes you don't see it while it's going on.
Nah.
and
Rarely.
you don't feel like going on, and you're not thankful for it.
Yeah, that's the process.
It's the process.
Yeah.
It's the discipline. It's the wax on, wax off. It's the I've been out here waxing all these cars, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I ain't getting no results from it. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn how to fight, Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I done painted your whole fence, but I want to learn how to fight.
Right.
I thought I came here to learn how to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Them all these chores.
All these chores, right?
Yeah.
But you don't understand that many are called, but chosen are few because few choose to follow through with what you were called.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna call you for one thing, and I'm gonna call you and make you do this thing, not knowing I'm gonna call you for something that you don't think is it's a calling.
Yep. And that's the real call.
You get it?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yep.
So I'm gonna call you for I'm gonna go.
People
cast,
got it twisted.
They got it twisted. Go cast a hook. I'm gonna show you. Go cast a hook.
Yep.
Well, we need money though.
Right.
We need money for taxes.
Right.
You telling me the wrong thing, bro.
What you mean?
What you mean?
What you
And not
mean?
even a net. Not even a net.
Not even a net. A hook.
A hook.
And this boy say the first one you catch, there gonna be some money. He give me the finish. All right. Or it's like we need wine. Okay, go take them holy water pots and fill them up with water. Wait, bro, like you messing up, bro.
Hey, look how even the detail in there too. I need y'all to go down there,
Right.
to the water. I need you to go to the river,
Right.
and
Get the water.
So now you gotta pick the pots up.
Yeah, and they were
walk
big
down
pots.
there. So it's like, okay, yeah,
And so now I got to be able to commit to the discipline that you're giving me.
Yeah.
And I got to trust. Oh, that's the word right there.
Yep.
Trust. Big
And,
trust.
and you should know the truth. And it's truth is trust. All that's the same thing.
Same thing.
And a lot of times they didn't trust. Like remember Jesus told them, okay, they're going to kill me. All right, they're going to kill me. And Peter said, no, ain't going to be any. You don't trust what I'm telling you?
right, man.
How you going to call me to Christ but don't trust me?
Right.
As most people. But you got to trust in what I'm telling you to do.
Yeah.
We was having a conversation the other day, Jam, right? And I was like, in some instances when you're working with somebody, we all have to do it with each other. But when you follow somebody, you got to trust that what they're saying to you is beneficial for you in the long run. I said that today at the end of we had a service today, and I had a chance to talk about it. It was Father's Day, whatever, but I had a chance to talk about it and say, the discipline sometimes is not always understood. And I was like, yo, I'm the one that had to cut my hair down. Everybody started laughing. And I was like, but I have to trust that in the long run,
Right.
it is for my good.
Yeah.
Regardless of how I felt or whatever. And a lot of times those are the reps. Sometimes it's raps and reps. You getting wrapped upside your head, and that's your rep. Sometimes it's the beating. Boxers, they get beat up. Like part of their training is getting beat up.
Yeah.
They go in the ring they really get hit in the stomach a lot. They get hit in the stomach a lot, and they'll hit them with these sticks and everything because you have to callus the skin
And condition.
and condition it for a beating.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's going to be. I don't even care if you win, and I don't care how good you are. The best ones, we talking about Floyd, we talking about different ones, they still felt that stuff after a while. But your reps and the way that you did, it's a way that seems right to man. G says, I am the
Way.
Yeah, I'm the rep.
Yep.
He didn't say I'm the destination. I'm the way. Those reps, you can't bypass them.
Can't.
So now 13 to 30, I think it's a lot of the reps. Y'all can think about your life. Think about some of the things we went through and some of the things we dealt with and whatever through those times.
Yeah.
You didn't know it was preparing you, man. But thank God you paying attention.
Right.
I told this about the other day, man. I was like I appreciate all of the stuff that I didn't understand that I was going through at the time for right now, because all of that junk prepared me for where I am right now.
Same.
Yep.
I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
Same.
And it comes back. It comes up right when you need it, and it's like, man, like.
Yeah.
And if anybody's ever seen, I always talk about this scene on Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid, not the one with Jaden, but the one with it's the original one back in the 80s, I think it was. But you can YouTube the clip, wax on, wax off. But it's amazing how he got upset he wanted to fight, but he didn't know it was happening to him the whole time.
Yeah. And the beautiful part about that goes along with something you said earlier. You know, when you talking about let this mind be in you, it's like it's not even a thinking thing anymore because it's like innate, it's in you.
Yeah.
Like before you even realize what you're doing, like you start, actually doing it.
Right.
And like that's the way that even the discipline in boxing or whatever, like
I feel so
you
good
go
to
back and forth, going with the rope or whatever, going underneath, dodging punches. To where now when you're in the ring, you can't be looking, I need to go this way now. No, it's just innately in you or whatever. You know what to do.
Yep.
And that's how it is.
It's a part of who you are. It's become who you are. I'll never forget. I think me and you was at that game when the Warriors came play the Pelicans.
Oh, that shot.
And I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Shout out to Golden State.
Yeah.
Steph Curry came and ran off a screen. I was trying to explain to my dad the other day that there's no way to be running that fast around a screen. I play basketball. We play ball.
Yeah.
There's no way to be running that fast around a screen to a corner shot. There's the floor gets small at the corner.
Yep.
And to have your feet in the right place that you're not out of bounds, but you're not past the 3-point line, and you shoot as soon as you catch the ball, you had no time to look at the rim. Right. I saw that boy shoot the ball, and he did not look at the rim.
Yeah.
You was my witness. We both sitting right there. We're looking at, and I'm like, I know he didn't look at the rim.
Because he getting tackled at the same time.
He getting hit at the same time. He did not look at the rim.
Yeah.
He got tackled?
Yeah, he's like two people came in,
because they running trying to get around the screen. So it's not real tackle. He's just like, man, he ready to go watch basketball now. Yeah. Take me to the game.
On the court, they tackling. I'm like, all right, I gotta watch this now.
Nah, but
you got two larger dudes coming at him.
Yeah,
and he's small.
Even if he did look at the goal, I know he couldn't see it because he had two taller dude coming at him.
Yeah.
So it becomes muscle memory.
Yeah.
It's to the point that where there's so many reps that no matter where you set foot at on that court, you in that court of one.
Yep.
You're not shooting no more.
Nope.
You a shot.
Yep.
If you call somebody a bucket.
Right.
Yeah, you a bucket now. You're no longer a bucket. You can't. It's like when they play sports. It's like you can't actively when you play football. Let's say play sports like basketball with a sport. You play football. They're throwing the ball to a spot.
Right. The best.
And you have to do what you got to do for that spot. They're not, even in basketball, when I see Bron and someone do, they're not passing the ball like we do. They're passing it to a place, and you should be in that place and ready to go.
They want you to be where you should be.
But what happens is, how do you know that the person's going to be there? The reps. The practicing, the reps, the over and over again.
Yeah.
To the point to where I'm doing it. It's almost like we were talking
quarterbacks and receivers.
Quarterbacks and receivers for sure. Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
Them guys did it, better than almost anybody. Yeah. And they would say that Peyton Manning would know the way Marvin Harrison would have his foot lined up on the line. He could look down and see his foot and would know what route he was gonna run.
Yeah, that's
and it was like it wasn't like you picked the route as you went there. So if he lines up, he knows, he give me room, I'm about to run a slant.
Yeah.
Or I'm about to run a hitch. Yeah. And he said by the way his foot was set, he knew.
Yeah. That's wild.
But that's a whole
oneness.
But that's elite.
Yeah.
That's a oneness that's elite.
Yeah.
That's us being elite with God. I'm knowing which route he running.
Yeah.
Right.
Without actively looking at the playbook. Yep. So it gets to the point where the Bible becomes the playbook, but after a while you gotta run that route.
Yeah.
Like it ain't a line no more.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. If anybody ever see the playbook, they got the lines and all that, and they tell you, no, ain't no more lines no more. You can learn the playbook, but now you got to be the route.
Yep. I am the way. Yeah.
I am the way. I got to be the route. Yep. I am the route.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But this comes from the reps.
Yep.
There's a way to master, but it's got to be the reps.
Yeah.
RedIn30, shout out to RedIn30. They reading the gospel every day. It's the reps, bro.
Your reps in.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't see him differently because somebody asked me one time.
Reps in 30.
Reps in 30, right? No, for real, reps in 30. Sometimes somebody asked me one time, well, how do you think that way? How do you and it's like you want me to give you an elixir or a potion. Right. You want me to, or you want me to, and I can't. The answer is the way leads. The answer is I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I just know that I went through reps, and these are the reps that I went through.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't make me better than anybody. See, the geniuses, it ain't really nothing about being a genius. It's reps.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And it's trust in the reps.
And it's trust in the reps. You know, the whole 10,000 hour thing? There's some truth to that, man. And it gets to the point to where it is an unfoldment when you yield to the reps.
Yep.
I don't like working out.
Mm-hmm.
I can be honest about it. I don't. People like, man, look, no, not my truck.
Nah.
If I could figure out a way to do it without working out, I would just.
Yeah, I love certain workouts.
You know what I'm saying?
I love them.
I just don't be feeling like doing none of them.
Yeah.
Right. I like playing ball. I like going run and play ball and everything like that. But when it comes to working out, like you actually gotta sit there with an inanimate object or get on a treadmill or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? Like I don't like it, but I end up loving the process of it because I identify and then
Right.
it starts doing what it's doing, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the reps.
Yeah.
Over time. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I can ask people now, what kind of reps are you doing with Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Your prayers don't count.
Mm-hmm.
I be trying to kill like your prayers, your church attendance. Those don't count. That's good.
Yeah.
Or your devotional. All that stuff is cool, whatever. But it's like, are these really reps?
Right.
When we work out, it gets to a point where your reps got to push you to the limit.
Yep.
Yeah. You gotta max out.
Deny yourself. That's push you to the limit.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna let y'all do a little something, but I'm gonna push you to the limit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotta max out because you never know what your max is
Yeah.
unless you max out.
That's how you grow the muscles.
Yeah. And you burn out.
You burn out, and burnout's not gonna break you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's when you find out what you made of.
Yep.
So, but I love
Find out what all these reps been doing this whole time.
the whole time, right? You find out, oh,
Yeah.
Right.
this is what that's been for
Yeah.
the whole time.
Whole time.
I think it's reps.
You know what's funny too? Working out, because I used to work out. But like,
The boy say he used to work out.
yeah, I used to work out. I don't do
He
that.
said this over there. He's like, yeah, 'cause I used to work out.
Yeah, I used to work out. Like, get in the gym, you go like super hard, right? You're doing the reps. And like, you don't even see like the changes going on until further down the line or whatever. You got to pick something up. It's
Light.
It's easy.
It's light. It's
Right, right.
lightweight.
My
But then
burden
you-
is easy.
Yeah, right. And it's like you look.
My yoke is easy, my
So
burden-
this is what this doing.
Right.
But I think that's a thing with with Jesus, bro. Like with the reps, bro. Like you don't even see that kind of stuff changing on you
Well,
until like you come into something.
When is the last time you saw a flower grow?
Right, like it's like you just blossom out of nowhere.
That's
Even like
why.
a baby. Like
Right.
a baby changes so much
Well, this is why I love.
day to day.
Right.
This is what got me hooked on them dogs. Because I watch them, and there's a rapid growth in dogs. So it almost like it does something for my faith, and I'm like, dang, like the color changing. Whoa, like hold up, this boy wasn't looking like this yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, it's like, oh man, you look at the pictures and you look at the line because you don't see it happening. And I think the reps are to hypnotize you and lull you to sleep, so you just do the reps.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't worry about nothing else.
Yep. Yep.
Don't take no thought about all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Just seek the reps.
Believe me for the
it.
very
Believe for
rep's sake.
believe for the rep's sake. Yeah, right. If you don't believe me for the rep's sake.
Yeah.
And if you forget about the reps, I'm like that when I gotta go walk in the morning. I'm gonna walk for like 40 minutes,
Yeah.
and I dread it when I'm going to like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But then when I get on, sometimes I'll put something on. I'll be listening to something, or watch something, and before you know it, I forgot that I'm walking. And next thing you know, it's over with.
Right,
And I'm in the mood. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to go 20 more. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
because my conscience has bypassed, and now I'm living off the sub. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now when I'm not paying attention, that's when most changes happen to me. I don't know, man. We got to talk more about it the next episode, man, because
Sheesh.
The reps.
the reps, I didn't know the reps had that much in there, bro.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the reps again.
Yeah.
We call this the reps part 2 or something. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope, though.
I like the reps.
But it's fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire.
Trust
This is RedIn30.
reps 30. I like
Reps in 30. Reps in 30. Reps in 30.
30
I like
reps
that.
in 30.
30 reps in 30. Well, hey, bro, we should do like a little workout thing, man. Do like a little workout video, man. Red 30 workouts, whatever. I'm talking noise.
Just put it out there.
Hey, we got
It's gonna
cameras and mics and
materialize.
lights. We can do whatever.
Yeah.
But this is Red30, red30.com, man. Y'all get in on the reps, and we're gonna get back on this next episode.
Yeah.
Yep, we out.
Yeah.